Essential Cargo Belt Bag by Evergreen Threads tonight that I've been working on. I'm using our When the Moon Hatched series of licensed fabric. If you haven't read the book When the Moon Hatched and you're a fantasy romance lover, you need to read it. Again, When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. And Sarah was kind enough and nice enough that when I asked her if we could design licensed fabric for her, she said yes. And so we have, I think, six different prints, different designs. We also have dragon scales that coordinate with the series, tags, cork tags that we collaborated with Jade and Chris at the Heartwood and Hide. What else? There's stickers and we just got the test ones in. I brought one of them up here. And t-shirts. So When the Moon Hatch has a glossary of all of the animals and like different things in this world that Sarah Parker built for the book series. And so we made a glossary, a dragon glossary t-shirt. There's two others. We have on the back here, Dragon Breed Glossary, When the Moon Hatched by Sarah Parker. So we have 3 different t-shirts that also are on the pre-order right now, so that if you want t-shirts with our art, you can get it now. You can pre-order them. My nephew is the one who drew and did all of the dragons, all the parchment larks that you'll see. All of that my nephew drew. We paid my nephew, who is in he was in art school, took a break. I wanted to encourage him to get back in art school and to see that his talent had value. And so I hired him to help me create this line of fabric. And so I am making him the Essential Cargo Belt Bag to surprise him. So I'm going to send him that t-shirt and all of the other goodies that we have in our shop. If you're wondering how to get your hands on any of it, there is a link in the details of the video for you to be able to go and shop. And it will be something we keep bringing back on pre-order. Our 4 pre-orders a year, and our turnaround time is 7 weeks from the close of our pre-orders. All the other information is up on our website. If you want more details and more info, make sure that you're signed up for our email list so that you get it. But I'm going to finish this bag tonight. These are the pieces that I got done so far. If you're here and you're sewing with me, please say hi. Let me know that you're here. Most of the morning today, I was cleaning up, getting ready for the holidays, like most people. This weekend, we had to do our grocery shopping. Nothing like waiting till the last minute. And yesterday, I went with my bestie from the time, oh my gosh, since my kids were real little. She's been my best friend for over 20 years. We went to see Wicked yesterday. So I brought and we shopped and we did Christmas shopping. So had to get all that organized and then do some work with the business. But now I want to finish sewing this so I can get this package off to my nephew. But this is going to be the front of the cargo belt bag. Again, the pattern link is in the details. Also, Evergreen Threads, Amber Lee is the pattern designer. She was nice enough to allow me to share this pattern with all of you. So make sure you go over and check out. All of her patterns are just really timeless silhouettes with a little bit of a new twist to them. And I think those are if you're someone who sews bags to sell, I would encourage you to look for those type of pattern designers that are doing really timeless silhouettes and you know, really making that your own then with whatever fabrics you choose. But I feel like Amberly, her pattern designs are definitely in that very modern, simplistic, minimalistic I guess, genre, but you could totally, you know, really dress them up with fun fabrics and things like that. And she writes, her pattern writing is very good. So if you're someone who loves to follow a pattern, you will definitely be able to follow Amber Lee's pattern. She's really, really good. She did her due diligence and getting it proofed and all of that. So the front of this is in our basket weave canvas. I don't know if you can see the weave on here, and this is our brimstone dragon scale print. since in the book, one of the dragons, a saber scythe. I did this just because I felt like it looks like it's on fire, like ready to breathe fire. This is one of our tags that we have in the series. Has a quote from the book with 2 parchment marks. It says, "Broken things are the sharpest make the sharpest weapons." So that's the front of it. And then the interior is going to be, this is all Kona cotton. This is our moon, before the moon fall. I think that's what I named it. I should have went and checked. But it's all the dragons that my nephew designed on one fabric. And then this little tag, the Jesus meme tag, I figured I'd put it on there. My nephew is the same age as my son. I think are a year older than my son. And so this meme is like, I don't know, they're hilarious. So this is from Emporium Threads had these, and I said to Ray, I was like, when I saw her in Florida, I was like, I really need those for my son, and my nephew's gonna get a kick out of it. This has your card slots. I did leave the top open. That's not listed in the pattern. I did leave the top open because I felt it was kind of nice to have another little pocket where they could put something, you know, in there. So that's the front part. Then there's because this had, for a belt bag, this is really unique. It has 2 zipper areas. So then we have our slip pocket, and on the other side, there's nothing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the slip pocket facing the card slots, and then just not have anything in the main part. So this is the middle piece, and then there's another one of our tags. I also used some of our Peachy Keen binded and dyed to edge the top of this slip pocket, which I thought looked really, really nice with the fabric. This tag says, "For those who feel small and quiet, spread those wings and roar." And it has the moon plume dragon on it. So I thought that looked really, really good. And then the back area is the zipper pocket. And I'm using one of our acrylic charms as a zipper pull. The zipper pull that takes the charms I get from Dream Big Creations. So they have them in silver and in rainbow in both sizes, size 3 and size 5. This little woven label is from Jolie Lee Creations. There's our zipper pocket. All the vinyl, this vinyl is from Tula Bee. It's like a grayish suede, not suede, grayish leather, faux leather. And I thought it's like, you know, it just has a good masculine vibe to it. And then the webbing I got from Georgia Girl Stitches. It's the 1.5 inch. And all of my hardware, except for this little piece here, is matte black from SiahSwag. So if you want to grab any of the things that I'm using, I have all of that in the details of the video. The thread I am using is from Ray from Emporium Threads, and it is called When September Ends, and it is a variegated kind of fall browns, which I really, really love. So those are the 3 pieces that we have finished. Now we're going to start working on our gussets. So hopefully we can get this done this evening. So I'm going to tilt you all down. Again, say hello if you're here. Sorry for the squeaking. There we go. Mr. Boo is here as well. All right, so we're gonna grab our main panel. Let me find my breakdown here. Okay, so I need my front gusset, bottom lining piece, my 13-inch zipper, and my exterior. right. Okay. So here I have, oh, this is the main. I should have, Amberly does have little labels as well, which I should have done. So I just need to main gusset top. This is front gusset bottom. Uh-oh, did I cut that wrong? All right, I need to cut this. 1, 3/4. There we go. Okay. So this is the piece I need. So front gusset bottom, front gusset bottom lining piece, 13-inch zipper. Okay. Yeah, label your pieces. Don't do like me. Hey! Hi, everybody. Oh, you're not late. I'm just getting going. I'm just figuring out, making sure I'm correct. Oh my. So how was everybody's weekend? Everybody have a good weekend? It was pretty busy here, but it was a good weekend. Paulo's doing much better. He goes back to the vet tomorrow. Okay. Place lining piece. Okay, so this, it needs to be right side up. I wonder if I should find my centers on this, probably. Okay. Get your zipper with my zipper pull. Place the zipper right side up on the top of the bottom gusset lining piece. Okay. And then this piece gets sandwiched on here like so. So let me find my centers on this too. Same, busy but good. Well, that's good. Oh, Apollo wasn't feeling great last weekend. He had a really bad just bathroom situations. He threw up twice. Um, we don't know what he ate or what made him not feel good. Um, but he was pretty sick. He wasn't in pain, like he didn't get like whimper or he was still kind of acting kind of chipper until he couldn't like food was just going through him, and we were trying bland food and everything like chicken and rice. And then the doctor prescribed medicine for him, just to like help stop the throwing up. He only threw up twice, so it wasn't like he was throwing up, but he was going to the bathroom a lot. We really aren't sure. I think it was a combination. This is what I think. We got these bones that are kind of like the dental bones at Sam's Club, that are like the Sam's Club brand. And they're flavored. Like, they're not just like the greeny ones. And like, I want to say like a month ago, he had not as bad, but he did have a stint of bathroom woes. And then as soon as I gave him like the chicken and rice, it like cleared up. I think it was a combination, but at that point we weren't sure if that's what it was either, because it didn't last very long. And last Friday when I picked up my son, we stopped at McDonald's because my son was getting out of class and he was hungry, and I still had to go to the grocery store. So I said to my son, I'll grab you something here. And I think my son also gave him chicken nuggets from McDonald's. And I think it irritated his stomach. And then he came home and had one of those bones. And it did not go well. So tomorrow he goes back. He had like his yearly vet appointment scheduled for tomorrow. And so the doctor said, just, give him the medicine, see how he does, and tomorrow he's going to check him out. So, yeah, my boy wasn't feeling very good, but he's back to normal. He's back to his happy-go-lucky self. So much so that yesterday, when I was shopping with my best friend, I obviously got some, I'll have to take pictures of this for you guys and show it to you on my Instagram and stuff. About 3 years ago, yeah, he was like 1, yeah. Costco had like these big puppy advent calendars that are like, they look like a little cottage, like a house. But they're big enough to like hold like stuffies and balls and treats and whatnot. And we had got Apollo one, and he, like, every morning, he's like a little kid. Every morning during December, after we get up and go to the potty, he immediately will go into the piano, because that's where we have the advent calendar, and wait for us to open the next day. Like, he gets so excited. And so since then, we fill it every year for him. That's his Christmas. So yesterday when I was shopping, I was getting stuff to fill it, and of course, he's such a little sneak. I brought the bags upstairs, and he was already trying to get his snoot in the bags. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the combination of the two things. So, but he's back. He was able to beg this afternoon, Yeah, he's back to normal. I'm still feeding him like a pretty bland diet. But for the most part, we're back to normal. He does not like the vet at all, so and I think it's mainly because we got him during the pandemic, and when he would go for his like puppy shots and whatnot, I wasn't allowed to go in with him because it was during the pandemic. And so now I feel like, because he's such a mama's boy, when we're in, he doesn't like growl or like get mean. He just shows his teeth. Yeah, me neither. The bills at the vet are what I don't quite enjoy, right? But he just shows his teeth like to the vet, like, okay, I know I'm here, but I really don't like you. And the vet like has to get down on the floor with him. He won't stand on the scale for the vet. Okay. Now, let's see. We're gonna base along this now. Thank you. I'm glad he is too. It's when your kiddos are sick, it's not fun. And he's definitely one of our kids. Like, we love him like he's one of our kids, that's for sure. Yeah, I went to see Wicked last night. It was so good. Who's seen Wicked? Anybody go to see it yet? I went with my best friend. It was fun. We went to this movie theater that is one of those like dine-in movie theaters. I don't know if you have them near you guys, but basically like it had a bar. And again, I don't drink. Since I have my gallbladder out, I really, rarely drink anything. And but they had these drinks that were like themed, and so we decided to each get one, and they had glow-in-the-dark ice cubes, Jordan, and a glow-in-the-dark straw. I posted a picture of it over on my Instagram. All right, so this is the front gusset. This is what that's referred to now. Front gusset. So I'm going to set the front gusset on my computer. That's how we'll know that that's the front gusset. All right, now mark the centers long size. Oh, well, we're not setting it aside. We're going to put that on our main panel piece. So here's my main panel piece, the front of it. And we have to look at it from this direction. And we're going to clip that on like so. Hiya, Sania. Haven't seen you in a little while, lady. How are you doing? Yeah, well, it was funny because we both ordered the pink one. There was a green one, but it was like sour apple. And I, again, like I said, I don't drink. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can handle sour apple. So we both decided that we were gonna we were going to stick with the pink one that was like a watermelon coconut, which was really good. Yeah, we had burgers. They delivered our burgers to us right in our seats. This movie theater we went to it's just amazing like how movie theaters have had to evolve. The movie theater we went to was actually the first movies I ever went to see with DJ when we were dating. Do kids even go on movie dates anymore? Is that a thing? It's expensive, right? Oh, you won't be. I love the book too. I love the book too, Wendy. You won't be disappointed. No, I love the book too. You know what disappoints me? Is that it wasn't done. There's going to be a part 2, so I have to wait. You won't be disappointed. The book, again, I feel like Wicked is probably one of my favorite books that's like the prequel story type of thing. So I feel like it also had high expectation. I had high expectations for it, and it was met. When the Broadway show first came out, my kids were little. I wanted to go so bad, but, you know, priorities. So, but, yeah, you won't be disappointed. I felt like they did such good justice to the book and the play. You'll be happy. If you like the book, I think you'll really be happy with it. Anybody remember, I don't remember the name of it. Anybody remember the Dorothy movie from the 80s with like all the steampunk stuff? I feel like they also like took some vibe from that, which is cool. Oh, I think I want to put this little guy in here. Yeah, I think it'll be, I mean, I said my husband is not a musical person. And I was like, I don't care what you say, you are going to watch this movie when it comes out, like to stream it, we're watching it because I think he'll actually like it. Turkey pouch. Flip and stitch blankie, cut another one out. Good golly, girl. Almost done with Grinch advent calendar, but ran out of green thread. Oh, no. Green thread is kind of important if you're doing something Grinchy, huh? I feel like that's where I want him to go. Okay, so we have that clipped. Now what? Ooh, this is a small seam allowance. All right, let's hope I catch everything. There's my stiletto. All right. I did not clip into my zipper other than my center mark, just because this type of curve I would rather not, so you definitely want to use your stiletto. So who's going to Vegas to Socation? I saw Amanda posted the dates, that it's the end of July next year. I hope, I mean, I definitely have to ask Amanda if she wants me to teach, but I would like to teach. I'd like to do my color theory class again, but I think we're going to rebrand it. Oh, come on, zipper. We're going to rebrand it as like a trends, how to notice trends. I need to think of a good name for it, but that's what I think. I want to definitely teach that. And then I was thinking about doing dyed muumuus, like summer cover-ups. That's the other class I was thinking would be a fun one. What do you guys think? Yeah, the moon plumes are so pretty. A lot of people really love the moon plume fabric. I don't know. I feel, again, I mean, obviously I like them both, right? But I felt like, because this is for my nephew, I definitely felt like I needed to do the brimstone one because it is the more masculine dragon scale. But yeah, I love both of them too. All right, let's see here. Oh, what a good tip. Amberly has it in the pattern to prevent these from shifting, to sew like a straight edge along each corner. That's a great idea, Amber. Wish I would have read it. Oh, I would have done it. Okay. Now, we're going to bind it. So, now we're going to do our binding. So, this is our peachy keen. I'm going to clip this all the way around. And what I love about this binding is that it has directional weave. So it will stretch just enough for you, but not so much that it's going to bunch like your work, which I know a lot of people really like the elastic, fold over elastic. And I just feel like sometimes it's too tricky to potentially pull it in a direction that you don't want it to go. Oh, who's running the Sacramento one? Yesenia? I didn't hear about that. Like I said, I'm not, we won't vend for anything that's like West Coast. It's too far to take all of our stuff, but I'll definitely teach. It just has to fit in the schedule. Summers are hard. Summers are hard just because I'm in the middle of dyeing stuff, right? But and spring this year is going to be a little difficult. I would like to go to Lindsay's in the spring, but because my daughter's graduating. So, all right, so we're going to measure 1.25 inches. That's where I'm going to start. And then we're going to measure 1.25 inches this direction. Okay. I'll just clip this so that it doesn't undo for me. I love a good moo-moo. Me too. Me too, Misty. Yeah, I think it would be fun. You know, whenever I do classes that I'm dyeing stuff, I feel like, I mean, indigo is the easiest just because there's less chemical, there's less, you know, like and it's also something that people who haven't done it are interested in learning how to do it. And people who have done it like to do it again. So potentially with indigo, we would do the moo-moos. But I've been looking at other techniques that I thought would be fun. So perhaps we'll do another technique. But it's just, when I'm teaching that far away, I don't want to have to haul or ship a whole lot of stuff, right? So that's like the big thing. So I have to think about it, but I would love to actually do where we sew the moo-moos one day and we dye them the next day, because the sewing of them is super easy. But it's a thought, and I'm still racking back and forth in my brain. You made lounge pants for, oh my goodness, Fran, what pattern? You gotta tell us what pattern you used. I'm doing this, and then we're gonna start progressing into some apparel for sure. The Quilt Expo in Lakeland. Yeah, when is that one, Misty? Yes, on Moo-Moos. Sherry Nielsen. I don't know who Sherry is. Do I know who Sherry is? Oh, the one in Lakeland is in March. Well, that's not too bad. I usually don't get moving on like preparing stuff for dyeing and stuff until like April so that I can start in May. My daughter graduates in May. So, oh, do I want to start this direction? I think I do. Yes, I do. I should really start the other direction, but I don't like sewing on that side, so we're going to start this way. All right. So who started watching holiday movies, and what holiday movies have you started watching? I felt today like I wanted to start Elf, but I was downstairs in the basement and I was typing up stuff, and I felt like I couldn't concentrate on what I was typing. If I was watching Elf, I'd be watching Will Ferrell instead. Oh, we watched, anybody else watching Outlander? I can't believe it's going to be over. I feel like Jamie and Claire are a part of my life. Oh my God, Wendy, you've never watched Elf. I still like you. I still call you my friend. Elf is probably, it's just like any other Will Ferrell movie. It's stupid funny, right? You know, like, but I feel like it also has so much joy in it. That's why I watch it over and over again. I'd like to see the Broadway show of Elf too, actually. When my son and I were in New York City, this is like two years ago, his band, our marching band, usually does like a free day. Actually, this coming weekend, where they take a bus to New York City, and you can get, you know, tickets and stuff for shows if you want. And that was one of the shows we were hoping to get, and there was no more tickets. Oh, I like It's a Wonderful Life too. I like it. I like old school stuff too. I feel like you have to watch It's a Wonderful Life at least once during the holidays. I already started Harry Potter. Jordan. I know Jordan and I are watching the Harry Potter bake off show that's on with the Weasley twins are the hosts of it. Okay, moment of truth. Remember how to do this. Don't make fun of me that I sell binding and I have to remind myself how to do this every time. Okay. Okay. Like this. And then that will be yep. Okay. Oh, don't want you to. I went a little bit too far there. Come on, come on. No, that's not right. Oh my God. Like I said, I have to rip this out every time. I don't know why. I thought I was right there. I'm not. Okay, let's try this again. This is where this is going to line up. So, is that the way it's going to go? No, one of them has to be opposite, right? That's what it is. That's why it's weirding me out. Yep. Okay. That's what was wrong. One of them goes the opposite direction. Okay. There we go. What?
You know where the key is to the trailer?
Which trailer? The one down here?
Yeah, the one that's is used to go to Florida.
Yeah. Oh, no, I have no idea. DJ has it someplace. I'll say something to DJ when he gets home. All right, there we go. Now we have it. Right now we can lay it flat here. Oh, I don't see an orange box. Yeah, I think you're the only person who sees the orange box, because I don't see it. All right, then we're gonna fold this baby over. Just love how this looks then because it folds over so nice. You could fold it under one more time if you wanted to, but because the edge is finished, so you don't have to worry about it fraying or anything like that. Who doesn't like binding bags, and who likes binding bags? I actually like it, even though you can see I forget how to do it. Forgot I had to flip it the opposite direction. That's what I always forget, is that to flip it the opposite direction. Okay, and then I'm gonna sew it from this side, the top stitch, so that I don't go over over the edge on this side. So I'll put that up there like that. I'm just gonna top stitch right along the edge of this. That it's getting dark so early. Anyone else? I feel like there's still so much of the day left. Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like sometimes birthing a bag is harder than binding anymore, you know? It just depends on what materials you're using too, you know? Oh, the other day, I don't forget what group it was in. I think it was Lindsay's. And I don't remember who even posted it now. I have to go back and find it. But someone was posted that they just got their Sailrite Fabricator. And I thought it might be cool in the new year, maybe in January when everything's kind of slow, doing a Zoom with anybody who has a Fabricator, and anybody who's considering getting a Fabricator, just because I feel like we all would have stories to share and tips, you know, so I feel like they're getting a little bit more popular within our community. So if that's something that would interest you guys, let me know, and I probably will do it, and just whoever shows up, shows up. And then we'll record it and post it here on the channel. Because I know a lot of people have gotten the LZ and the other one that they're portable machines. But I feel like sometimes people are you know, questioning between this and like a Thor or cylinder arm. And I'd be happy to share kind of my perspective of that. Okay. There we have it. Looks so good on this side too. Making me happy. Okay. See how she looks. Gonna need some pushing down, but oh, it's looking good, you guys. I'm stoked about this bag. Oh my goodness, look at the dragon sticking out there. He's perfect. All right, now, okay. You like it getting dark early? Yeah, no, I think you are. I think you're the oddball, Wendy. But again, we'll keep you. It's okay. All right, let's see. Oh, so she has the slip pocket is facing outward now. Oh. All right, get both of your main panel linings that have slip pockets. Oh, was I supposed to put another, I was supposed to put another slip pocket over here. That makes sense. Oh, well, there's nothing there. It is what it is. I think I'm going to keep this. Oh, this is supposed to be, yeah, this is supposed to be like this still. Yeah, I'm going to keep it like this because then when we turn it right side out, I believe we're going to, I think it'll be on the right side, the side I want it to be. So oh, have a good day at work, Fran. Thanks for being here with us. Yeah, pocket, I mean, more pockets are always better, right? But it is what it is. This is gonna be tricky. Do more little clips. Okay. Because this is a tiny gusset. We can do it. We can do it. I'm worried that this is gonna turn right, you guys? I am following the instruccionos. So hopefully so. Oh, there went a clip. So, who's making their carts for the pre-order? Getting ready for this weekend. What Black Friday sales are you guys following? Dish, share. We will have a Black Friday deal. Oop, I'm gonna have to make a new bobbin thread, I think. We will have a Black Friday deal that you can use on the pre-order. So definitely, if you've been making your cart, I'm just gonna say this weekend, and even if you did already place a pre-order, this deal will pertain to you. So don't worry if you have more to add, but there will be a deal, a Black Friday deal. My husband and my kids. So for those of you who don't know, my daughter wants to be an astronaut. And the Artemis program that started before the pandemic with NASA, she's really followed it a lot. When she was at space camp, she got to see them do the pressure testing, and like, it's kind of a big deal. And now I guess it's being thought that it might get scrapped. So they want the Artemis Lego, which is a crazy Lego. I mean, and when I say crazy, I mean price. But my husband included. So they're like, make it our combined gift. So I'm watching for deals on that. And then I'm like, where are we going? Where are we putting this Lego? Like, it has to be on display then. Doesn't really go with my living room decor. Oh, Zipper Valley, Fabric Therapy. Yeah, I think Fabric Therapy, she has her sale going on right now, right? I think I saw her say that she has 50% off or something. I shared it. I shared Nancy's. I'm pretty sure Katie's going to do something. I'm not quite sure what. I don't remember what she said she's going to do. I know she just had her boxes that she had. My Little Shindig just had boxes, like mystery boxes. Anybody get one of those? And I don't know, who else was I watching? Fabric-wise. Does Zipper Valley have theirs right now? Misty, I have over 500 yards of fabric. Don't need any more. Looking at vinyl and purse hardware. That's about it. And stockpiling interfacings foam. Yeah, I mean, interfacing and foam for sure, because Joann's I guess Joann's is going to stop carrying it. You can always use more fabric. Misty, come on now. Even with 500 yards. What else was I looking at? I'd like to get some zippers. So I want to go check out Zipper Valley. I'm going to watch Georgia Girl Stitches too for her if she does anything for webbing, because I really like Julie's webbing. I already did my dye order. They do their big thing at the very beginning of November. So I already did that. Ooh. As far as other stuff, my husband wants a drill because his drill died. So I'm gonna probably buy that locally. We have a True Value or, you know, hardware place that they always do deals. Yeah, no, I don't, where did I see that about, you mean about the interfacing from Joann's? Yeah, they're not going to carry, like the Pelnon. I guess they're not carrying it, in yardage. Like, you're only going to be able to buy it in packs. So if you can get, like, buy the whole bundle of it, you know, I would suggest you do that. Okay. Whoop. Why does this look not right? Okay. Figure, 6G. Okay. No. Did I just sew that on wrong? I did. Ah! Well, welcome to the ripping. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. I thought I was wrong. You guys, I felt it. I felt it. I should have listened to my gut. Oh, well. It is what it is. You're supposed to turn it out and put this on. I felt it. I felt it in my bones. Goodness, goodness, goodness. Oh, well. It is what it is. Hopefully, I'm going to have to sew this a little bit deeper than 1/4 inch then, I guess, to try to not, well, hopefully I can catch all the areas that I had in my stitches. Son of a gun. Don't you hate that? What did you miss? Oh, I put this on wrong. I should have flipped my piece the right side out, and I compact it. And I did question myself when I first did it, and I was like, nope, this is what it looks like. I should have read. Read your instruccionos. Don't assume. Those who assume. Oh, my father-in-law is like going off on the phone to his brother. Sorry if you hear cursing. I can't help it. He's Dutch, and he's a farm boy. He keeps telling me that because my YouTube channel, like I finally get paid for my YouTube channel. Not much, not hardly anything, but the other day I got a deposit from YouTube. It was like my second one ever, which is cool. So thank you, everybody. And he's like, you should put me on YouTube. It'd be bleeped out like crazy, but I bet you we'd make lots of money. Oh, no, that's okay. That's not the content that I'm promoting. uh, it is an experience living with your in-laws. I have to tell you, my husband, I say all the time, because my father-in-law has been divorced twice. Whenever my father-in-law gets a little like snippy with me, because we've lived here now, it's probably going on, oh my gosh, since my daughter was 9 or 10. So it's over 10 years. And I always say, I'm your dad's longest marriage. No one else could put up with him, and that my husband needs to realize I need a sainthood. Oh yes, destashing is key. The last time I really did a big destash was with So Magical. I had taken a bunch, which that was a really nice part of So Magical, is that they did that. I think this year I might do one in January, like on my website, and destash, because I have a bunch of stuff. And then the last one I did when we were down in Florida, I made mystery packs of fabric, and what could have been anybody's fabric. It was all from my creativity corner, and people loved it. We got rid of all of them. Okay, now I have to turn it this direction, right? Okay, turn it this way. Turn it this way. Okay, that's the inside. Now we're going, make sure my pocket is the right way up. Now we're going to clip it. Sorry guys. Oh my gosh, I'm breaking clips left and right today. We'll get there. We are going to finish this bag tonight here. I don't care that, I tell you guys I'm not a late night sewer. We are going, maybe I need to go this direction. We are going to finish this. Yeah, I'm going to go this way, because that way I can see where my holes are on my vinyl and stay in the same route. I can see how this is easier too. The other way was pretty difficult. Lori Holt's stash, though, I wasn't going to give it. Yeah. No, any of those designer fabrics, like, I would definitely not give it away. I mean, listen, fabric is too expensive. I don't think you should give any of it away, really. Even the older stuff has a lot of value now because it's retro or vintage. And there's so many people sewing. So, yeah, I would sell your stash. Don't give it away unless it's somebody, you know, that you want to do the generosity of giving it away, or somebody that's like doing like a charity or something. Like, I get that. Yeah, this is gonna be so much easier. What's done is done. We're moving on. Okay. So now get my stiletto back out. I wonder if I'll have enough of bobbin now. Let's hope. I mean, this vinyl from Tulip B, the recovery from my holes is actually pretty good. It's not showing really bad, so that's nice. Around these turns. Tricky, tricky. If anybody does plan to order from us retail items, our last day, like the bind it and dye it or anything like that, our last day for retail shipping for the holidays, like if you want it before the holidays, is December, I think I said December 12th, December 11th or 12th. I'm going away on the 13th. So, oh yeah, so December 11th, so I can ship it out on the 12th. So just keep that in mind if you are looking at anything from us. We do have inventory of the Defy Gravity fabrics. We have basket weave and the Emerald City and the Good Bubbles half yard cuts. And then the Good Castle and the Wicked Hourglass, we have half yard cuts of the Luxe Sateen. Oh, okay, there's that. Neat. I'll get my little turning tool here and push out these corners a little bit more. Oh, that's cool. And the zipper zips up real nice. Very nice. Okay, now that we have this piece done, let me read here. So Jenna, what happened to the last video you were doing before this bag where it was just you and I? I had to step away, and when I came back, you were gone. Misty, it was definitely my brain was done. I should not have gone live that night. I'm so glad you came in with me, but my brain was done. So yeah, I deleted it. Wendy, so how you find retail right now, because everything right now is pre-order. How you find retail right now is dyed fabric. So any of the hand dyed fabric, any of the dynamic fabric kits, those are retail. The binded and dyed, so my binding, that's retail. Any of the tag, like anything that's under add the extras, that's all retail. And then the two fabrics I will say that we have retail in, and it's half yard cuts of basket weave and half yard cuts of luxe sateen, are the Defy Gravity series, which you'd find under the pre-order area because people can pre-order it right now. Which were those 4 different prints that I told you about. And the Swiftmas series, which is like Swifty Christmas. We have half yard cuts of luxe sateen and basket weave in the peppermint and the spruce of the print, not the plaids. So I've just been telling everybody that in case they want it, because our pre-order runs until December 7th. And then after that, everything will show up, like the retail stuff will be back up. So you can wait until December 8th, Wendy, and it'll show up, and we'll get it out to you that week so that you have it. Or what I just shared is retail. Unfortunately, there isn't an easy way when we're doing a pre-order to show what we have in retail and what is available for pre-order without making multiple SKUs in the back end, and it just makes things, that's just a lot of work. Okay. Internet too. I know there were issues in the beginning where my internet wasn't working right. Oh yes, the Rainbow Bright hand dyed fabric. Yeah, rainbow dyes go fast. I think people didn't grab the Rainbow Bright stuff because it's yellows and greens. And for some reason, everybody says they like yellow and green. But when it comes to buying it in dyed fabric, I don't know. But I love it. Okay, let's move on to our next gusset area. So we need our main gusset top, which, let me see what the measurements is for the main gusset top is the 11, which is this one and this one. Okay, so that's that. Okay, and we're going to attach our other zipper to that. So what do we need to do? We need this, and we need our other zipper. Do I have the other zipper pull in here? Or do I have it over on my, I think I have it over here. Yeah, that week that I went, when I went live that day, Misty, there was just so much happening, and I was trying to prepare so much, and I was like pushing myself to do more, and you know, that never works out. So, but now things are pretty, like we have a lot of stuff already prepared for next year. I mean, there's still so much to do, but there's a lot that's done. And so I feel like I can breathe a little bit now. So and I really did need to have like time to sew. So, because there's things I want to make, specifically for gifts and also just with my fabric, because I worked hard on all this stuff this year. So, okay. So we have this. We're going to go this direction. That's how it is on the... So we're going to sew this. Onto here. I don't know, are any of you in my Facebook group? I know Jordan is, and yes, Annie is. I did announce the dyed fabric for December. It's so pretty. It's purples and like an icy blue. It's so pretty. So that will release on December 1st. We have a lot of different bases available. My dyed fabric always releases the first of the month at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Or if you're a Patreon, because there was a request to be able to get fabric early. If you are a paid Patreon, you'll get an hour early access to the dyed fabric. And you gotta have trigger fingers if that's your thing. Sometimes I feel bad about it, but we doubled our dyed fabric for this year and we still are selling out. So my little hands can only dye so much. And it does take me hours. So I appreciate the Patreon support for sure. It's Thunderbird handcrafted with Genevieve. So if you put that in, I know that's long. I don't know if Jordan is still on. If she could maybe, Jordan could maybe pop the link in. If Jordan is still on. Okay. Now we're going to clip this on top. I do appreciate you being there because it was nice to come on and have, and not be alone. It's when my brain wasn't quite functioning. So I do appreciate that very much, Misty. Oh yeah, I probably do have it in the description. Thanks, Wendy. I usually share there first what like sneak peeks of the dyed fabric each month, just because that's the first place that I ever started sharing it. Over in the Facebook group. Sometimes I feel like, why do I still have the Facebook group? Because I feel like nobody sees anything. The algorithm can get so, it can be such a pain over on Facebook. But I've worked hard on the group for so long. I figure might as well keep it. And I think some people, I do post daily in it. I post other fun things. I feel like it is a little community. So, and everybody's welcome to post their makes, you know, or if you have a new pattern you're loving, you're welcome to post too. I don't like keep people from posting. Awesome. I'll approve it, or one of the gals. That's one of my moderators. They'll approve it. So. love this thread, this When September Ends. It's so pretty. I'm so glad. So thankful. I found you on YouTube and subscribed too. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Misty. I appreciate that. All right. So there's that piece. We're getting there, everybody. We're getting there. What's next? All right. Now we need the other part of the main gusset. So that's this piece here. And let's not get ahead of ourselves, Jenna. So now we're going to put, we need to find our centers. I appreciate having someone to sew with, someone to chat with. When your kids are gone and all you have is a pup. And my husband's second shift too, so, you know, like that's also like the one thing. When the kids were little, it worked out really well because one of us was home in the morning, one of us was home in the evening. But now that they're gone, it's like, what do I do with myself? Sew or work. So what am I going to make for Bob and Buddy? So we're doing it December 5th. We're doing it on Cyber Monday. So in a week, I need to figure it out. Okay, so I have a few things that I've been thinking about. So I do have one of the Tristle totes cut out already that I thought maybe I would just sew a Tristle tote using this month's club from Katie. So that was one thing I thought, and that's already cut out. So if I don't get to anything else, that's what I'll be sewing. And then what was the other one? I have Sarah Miriam gave me permission. I have to ask her when she's releasing it though. If she releases her her one bag that was in her Patreon, I might sew that because that was the next pattern that I had. She had given me permission to do a video, but only after she releases the pattern. So I have to ask her when she's releasing that. Because that was the other one that I thought about doing. And it was, I did print out, not the pattern pieces yet, but the actual pattern I printed out. So that's, those are two. And then what else do I have on my list? The others are garment and apparel things. And I thought about maybe doing a hoodie. But I don't know if that's a good choice for a Bob and Buddies because I have a track record to keep up with now, you know. Like I need to remain the one who finishes my project. So we'll see. But I do have a Tristle tote already cut out. So if crazy happens this weekend, which I doubt, because again, like I said, there's nothing. We're going to my best friend's house on Thanksgiving Day, and my son is the only one coming home, and then Friday is when we're gonna do our meal on Friday. And I don't have any plans for this weekend other than maybe sew and work on other stuff. So maybe I'll get a apparel thing cut out, and maybe I'll sew some type of garment on Bob and Buddies. I don't know what, I think Katie is going to sew a trestle tote. So that's why I kind of don't want to do that. I feel like, I mean, last time Jade and I sewed the same bag, so Katie and I could just sew bags together this time. I don't know what Jade's sewing yet. She didn't say. I should ask her what she has planned, because I bet you she doesn't have something planned yet. Because I know her and Chris are going away in December too. So I think Jade's trying to get like tag designs done, so she has them done. Yes, keep up that record. So fun to watch. Jade usually finishes next, although didn't Katie finish? Yes, Katie did finish second last time. I'm pretty sure. No, was it Katie the last time, or was it again Katie? I don't remember. I know that I have a track record of being finished before them, so I want to keep that. I want to keep that score just to drive them nuts. They don't care. They enjoy the wild side. They're really like two of the best people. I love them so much. Ooh. Oh, maybe I'll sew something. I need to figure out what bag I want to do though. Or that's the apparel thing I could make. I got, if you didn't see on our pre-order, we have Valentine's fabric. And I know like Valentine's is always one of those holidays that is sewist. It kind of gets, oh, my bobbin went. It gets missed, you know. So I've been thinking, I got some of our eco knit in two of the prints, a quarter knit and the main print, to make my daughter a pair of lounge pants. So maybe I'll make the lounge pants in the Valentine's fabric, because that shouldn't be too difficult. To sew live. I have to print off the pattern and look and see. Hey, buddy. Apollo's here. What's up? What's up, buddy? What you doing? You can go down. Mama's almost done. He does not like, he also doesn't like when I light night, so it's not his, he expects me to be done up here. Yep. Go ahead. Like, Mama, the day is done. We don't stay upstairs after a certain time. And then we only come back up when it's time for beddies. And it's not beddy time yet. guys saying? I'm reading. Oh, yeah. Like, okay, now I get what you're saying. Like for us to announce what pattern that we're doing ahead of time. You're asking a lot of Katie and Jade. No, you're asking a lot of Katie. I don't know. I feel like it has been kind of crazy right now. Because of just holidays and kids and family and trips and whatnot. But I feel like that doesn't change for like a small business person. Like our lives are just crazy all the time. Like you really don't know. It's hard to plan for things, but I am a firm believer that, you know, plans are important. But Katie is an Enneagram 7, everybody. And so it's hard for Katie to plan. More than what she has to plan already. Okay. Jade is more of a planner. But we kind of made this pact with that, you guys, is that it really is, like, don't get me wrong, we want to include you guys, that's why we're doing it live. But it really is the one thing where we were like saying to each other, because we don't get to sew that much throughout the year anymore, running a business, is that it would be the one time a month where we would just sew for ourselves, right? And I think the first time we were like, here's the patterns we're making. And then the second time it was like, we were a little late on the draw. Because I think the first time we like sent out emails and all of that. So I'll say all I can promise is hit or miss. Okay, so Wendy, I'm on the opposite side of Pennsylvania. I'm on the Philadelphia side. So Pittsburgh's like 4 hours for me. Pennsylvania is such a big state. Yeah, we're in like northeastern Pennsylvania, or I guess east central, not central, east. Yeah, east center. We're not necessarily like Poconos, and we're not South Lancaster. Oh, and Apollo needs to go out. So I'm gonna finish this, and I'm gonna go take him out real quickly, guys. So intermission time, okay? Yeah. And I've lived here most of my life. I have lived elsewhere though, which I could share if you'd like to know about my adventures. I'll gladly share that when I come back. All right, so there's our main gusset piece. And Apollo's ringing the bell. All right, there you go. I'll be right back. Can you go out? Come on. Let's go outside. Okay, we're back. He's such a smart guy. Yeah, time to go grab some popcorn. That is one of our favorite snacks in this house, popcorn. Are you saying that because I'm going to tell you my life story? Or are you saying that because it was intermission? Ooh, corn dogs. In the oven? Junk food for me tonight. Ooh, bagels from scratch. My daughter wants to do that. My daughter is the baker in the household. The scientist, obviously, right? Aw, I love that you guys are supporting each other. That's awesome. Okay, here we go. Let me see what I do next. Okay, so it looks like we look at it from this direction. Oh no. Oh no, maybe we'll be okay. We're gonna be okay. My zipper is gonna be the right direction. And now we have to attach these zippers together. All right, so I was born here. Are we ready for this? I was born here in Pennsylvania. My grandparents raised me due to just parents having issues, which is a whole other story for another time. And my grandparents were from, I guess a lot of people say they're the greatest generation, but they're technically, because I'm a generational geek, their generation is called the interbellum generation, which is the first documented microgeneration, which I'm also a part of a microgeneration called Xennials. So I'm the generation between Gen X and millennials. My grandparents were the generation between the silent generation and the greatest generation. So that what basically, if you're talking about generational stuff, I don't know if anybody cares about this, microgenerations are created when there's some form of economic trauma, in particularly right when they're like in their like 20s, when they are young adults. And so my grandparents were like teens or like almost adults when the Great Depression happened. So on my dad's side, and they raised me from the time I was 4. My grandfather worked on the Panama Canal. He did so many cool things, and he was an orphan. His dad actually died during the 1918 pandemic. So I actually, when the pandemic happened, I remember stories my grandfather had told me about, what it was like. So I grew up kind of, I always tell everybody I'm like a 40-year-old in a 60-year-old body. Or no, I'm like a 60-year-old in a 40-year-old body. Some days it's the reverse. But yeah, so they raised me from the time I was 4, and I just learned so much from them. when I was a kid, I can remember just feeling like, oh my gosh, they don't understand me. But now that I'm older, I'm like so grateful, because a lot of my generation does not know anything about that time. You were born in 1965. Yeah, so they raised me. My grandfather passed away when I was 10, so he was, I mean, I know I know my parents, and I have a relationship with both my parents now. But my dad really was never like a dad. My grandfather was more my dad. My dad is more my dad now. But when I was younger, my grandfather was definitely more my dad. So it definitely was more like I was losing a dad at 10. And then my Nana, she raised me on her own. 75 when I was 15. Oh, I don't worry, I got paid back for a lot of it. But they're just really good people. My grandfather was also a miner. So he was an iron ore miner, and he lived in Thule, Greenland, for a while. This is when my dad was younger. And then they moved to Liberia, Africa in the 60s. And lived there. My grandfather lived there for 14 years. My grandmother was there for 11 years. And my dad was there from the time he was 8 until he was 15. And then he moved, my dad moved with his sister in New Jersey to finish school, because the school only went to 15 over there. So I grew up in a household where the world was small, which is also something that I'm like really, really grateful for. I never, living in small rural Pennsylvania, right? There's a lot of people who don't have that type of understanding of the world, I guess, just because they don't have to. But from a very young age, because our whole basement, growing up, it was all their travels. So I just feel like I always saw the world as a smaller place than what others here do. My grandmother always went into like middle school social studies classes, and she'd have slideshows that she'd show of her time in Africa. So yeah, so they raised me. My grandmother, like while I was in college, she still lived here. And then right when I was graduating from college, she decided to move to Colorado, because my dad's two older sisters live out there. And so she moved out there, sold our house, and I was pretty much then on my own, which is so crazy to me now, like seeing how things are for kids now. Like my husband and I say all the time, like it's so hard. Like my first apartment that I shared with a friend, I think it was like $300 and some a month. And everything was included, like our garbage was included, and oh my gosh. Anyways, after college though, because she wasn't here, I lived with my dad. My dad had moved to Maine while I was in high school, and right outside of Kennebunkport. And my dad was a florist. He's an artist too, so he's had lots of different jobs, different businesses. He's now a stained glass artist. He has his own stained glass shop in Hershey. But I lived with my dad for a while in Maine. and did my internship for business working with him. Reasonably priced. Yeah, I don't, again, I don't think there is really a way, definitely not on one income. My niece, who went to college to be an engineer, she just got her own place. But she's still like an hour from work. Like, yeah. Anyways, so I lived in Maine, and I waitress and then worked for my dad. And my waitressing job was at a restaurant in one of the little, quaint little Maine towns. And the owner was getting married, and the woman that he was marrying had 2 elementary school kids, and they were looking to travel the world for 2 years. And they were looking for someone who'd be willing to take like that time off. And everyone they found was either one, not old enough to do that, like in school, and not willing to take off of school, or not willing to take time before they went and got like their real job, like a professional job after college. And I was kind of like, I didn't really know at that point, like where I was going to go next, because my grandmother had just moved. Was I going to come back here, or was I going to stay up there? And so I met the kids and we hit it off right away. And I became a nanny. And I basically taught them what they needed to know for school. That was way long before cyber learning. And our first stop was Costa Rica, because the people that the stepdad, he had property in Costa Rica that he went to every year, so that was going to be the first place like where we started. And so I went with them to Costa Rica for 3 months and lived on the beach and taught English to local children after the kids that I was teaching, like what they needed for school here, would come back from the local school. They would go into the town and go to local school. And I knew no Spanish, but I learned it when I came home. I was pretty fluent. It was hard to like flip back. Which direction do I want to go? Yeah. Costa Rica was gorgeous. I never have seen that many stars. And then while we were there, so one of the things we were doing as part of like the kids' social studies or geography stuff was we were researching, each of the kids were researching 3 countries, and then they told me to research 3 countries as well. And then those were going to be the countries we were going to travel to. My countries at the time were Scotland. I wanted to go to Australia or New Zealand, either one. And I couldn't make a decision between if I wanted to go to Egypt or like the Netherlands, like somewhere in there. But before we could finish all of our research, I got hepatitis A. So did the dad, and so did the little girl. We had bad fish. And so we all were sick and had to go into, well, the dad was in the hospital. He was pretty sick because he had a pre-existing condition, and was older. And then I got pretty sick and had to go to the hospital. And they were like, if you don't turn jaundice in the next like 45 days, you'll be quarantined here and you're on a travel visa. So you want to be quarantined? And I was like, nope. I was 20, 21. And so, yeah, then I came home, and they came home not long after. And then we lived in Sugarloaf, Maine, which is the northern portion of Maine, to finish out their school year. And I think because the little girl got sick, she was more like scared then to do the trip. So they decided not to go anywhere else, which was kind of a bummer. But then I came home. It was like summertime. I came home here because my Nana was in the process of selling her house, and we were like cleaning it out and whatnot. And a group of my friends from high school invited me to a bush party. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. A party with underage. And that's where I met my husband. It was right here on the farm. And I think I knew pretty much immediately. He did not, because men are a little dense sometimes. But yeah, and I think it was the end of that summer then that I moved home. We started dating. And then we moved in. He moved in with me and my roommate in that apartment that was $300 and some, because my roommate was dating his cousin. And then we came back to the farm here because there was a trailer that his dad had fixed up. We moved in that so we wouldn't have, well, cheaper rent. And I worked in Harrisburg for a while, corporate stuff, and then got married, had our daughter, had our son not long after, a year. They're 3 years apart. Yeah, it was pretty adventurous beginning to my life, right? Which is good. I feel like all those experiences, I feel like, that was one of the big reasons I wanted my kids to, when they graduated high school, I wanted us to travel internationally. I feel like at that age, like right when you're like, I don't know, 20 something, teens, like to experience another country. I mean, we didn't stay there for 3 months. I definitely had a greater introduction. This is definitely, I'm working up a sweat here, you guys, with binding this. But I really wanted them to see the world is a small place. And then when my kids were, oh my goodness, how old were they? More middle school age. That's when I started working in fashion. that gave me the opportunity to work with women in East Africa, which was pretty cool because I felt like it was, I don't know, meant to be maybe. And I got to travel to Uganda 2 times and work with the women there and learn about the culture and just experience that. I made lots of really good friends still to this day. One of my trips to Uganda on the way back, I went to Amsterdam, so I did eventually get to the Netherlands. It was my first travel experience completely by myself after I had kids. And I can remember being so nervous about it, like how much you you can do it. Like I had done it when I was younger, right? I traveled, like all over Central America by myself. And here I was going to Amsterdam, and I was like so like doubting myself, like doubting that I could do it, right? Like that I was just a mom, But it was such a good thing that made me realize that I could do it. I visited a lot of places in America too. I think there is something. I agree with you. There's a lot of things to see in the United States, and a lot of great things. I do think that, in particularly like Europe, the history is just something you can't, like we really can't fathom it here. It's just it's very visual everywhere. Where I feel like because we have so much like rural air, like wide open areas, like we don't technically see it on an everyday basis like some areas in Europe do. I don't know. That's always what I'm in awe with when I travel abroad is just how old everything is. And that like you can be walking down a street and there's a cannonball in the side of a church from like the Crusades. Right? American history is so boring to me. I think, well, American history, I feel like we're teenagers, right? Like in the grand scheme of things, that's what we are. So I've done a lot of American history. My husband is very into American history. So a lot of our camping trips with our kids when they were younger, we did a lot of camping to like parks and did all the historical stuff. Remember how to do this, Jenna. We're going to come across like this. Flip it the opposite direction. Yep. There we go. I don't know. There's something to be said about it. I get a very different feeling traveling in another country. I don't know. But there's a lot to see here. I've been to, I think the last time I looked, I was like 29 different states or 30 different states. I don't know. I've been to pretty many. I think there's just so much to see in each state too. Like it's the United States is like individual little countries in Europe. So it's one of the reasons I wish we had like a bullet train system like Europe does. because you could see a whole lot more if we had that. Come on, you can keep going. That's wonky. Yeah, I loved Amsterdam. My grandmother, that was one of her favorite cities she ever visited, and I feel like, you know, like that was one of the reasons I chose to go there, was because it was one of her favorites that they ever visited in their travels. And maybe it's my favorite because it was hers, I don't know, but I really enjoyed Amsterdam. It was so pretty. I didn't go there for the partying. I stayed in a hotel, like right down the street from the Anne Frank house, which was like really humbling to, again, like I said, history, to like understand like a lot of it hasn't changed since then, and to like just understand the gravity of what happened and like how she was able to hide for so long. So that was really neat. And I did the windmills system. I went and visited that, which was really cool. And I ate some really good food. That's like one of my favorite things about traveling is food. And when my kids, how old was Izzy? Probably, I think Izzy was in high school already. Yeah, I think she was a freshman in high school. My best friend and I, who I went to see Wicked yesterday, her husband is an engineer, and they were his, I guess the parent company is in Switzerland and Italy. And he was asked to go to Italy for like 2 months or something like that. And they offered to pay for her to go to Italy with him for a week. She didn't want to go. And I was like, you're crazy. And again, my best friend, she's Catholic, and she's probably the most devout Catholic I know. I admire her very much for just how like moving she is with her faith. And I was like, you have to go to Italy. So we planned a whole trip, the two of us, and we went to, he was in the northern part of Italy near Switzerland. So we like explored all through there. And then we went to Rome for a day and did the Vatican. And then we did Venice for a day, which was really cool. I wish I would have stayed in, we should have stayed overnight in Venice. Like, that's our one regret, is we wish we would have stayed overnight. I started sewing when my daughter was, well, actually before she was born, I started sewing. I did like curtains and stuff for our house. Because when I first started sewing, I just had this junky brother Walmart machine. Shouldn't say junky, but it didn't do much. It's straight stitched. And then once Isabella got a little bit older, started doing princess gowns and costume gowns for little girls. That's when I had an embroidery machine. Woo, we're getting around. Yeah, we're definitely you know, well, but that's kind of I feel like it's somewhat the American way, right? And again, like that's what makes it different. Again, we're teenagers in the grand scheme of stuff, so I try to keep that in perspective for myself, is that compared to other countries and other places around the world, we're babies. And we had rebellious spirits to begin with. So all right, there's that. Oh my goodness, guys, look. Oh no, I have some, I want to fix that. That one's okay. That side's okay. Oh, there's a little bit. That's the one thing with gussets, you guys. That side's okay. They're around the zipper and right there. Okay. Yeah, it's looking so good. I'm like really happy with it. I want it. Now I'm being picky, right? I'm trying to be a perfectionist. All right, let's. My best thing about my trip to Amsterdam, I share it sometimes over on Instagram because I follow them. The one day I was just kind of like walking along the streets, like the canal streets, like because they're all in like rows, right? So, but then some of them have like these little like wide off areas, right? That there's buildings and like little shops and whatnot. And I was trying to find, because in every country I've been to, I got my husband a chess set, because he started it when he was in high school. He went on a trip to Mexico and bought himself a chess set. And so every country I've been to, I try to go and like find a chess set that represents that country for him. And so I was looking for like a game shop, right? Because usually it's like, that's where I can find them, or like a woodworker or something like that. And so I was like following my GPS. Oh, we're still seeing it. How much more do I need to go in? Let's see if that takes care of it. And so I got down this road, and next thing there's this little shop that has like this whole window is like handmade, like what do you call those, like shadow boxes, but built into like apartments, and you can see inside of this little mouse village, and they make like all the little stuff. It has like a little canal in the front. And here, this woman, she started it for her kids when they were little, like as something like special for them, right? And like wrote books about these mice, and would make these little shadow boxes to tell the story. And her kids then took her books and like actually like published them. Her daughter is a photographer, so she takes pictures of all of the like insides of these little mice houses, and her son runs like the business part of it. And it was the most magical little place I had ever seen in my life. Oh, it's nice having you here. Well, go run those errands for sure. Thanks for being here, Misty. I really appreciate it. Hey, Fran, welcome back. We're getting there. I'm just fixing some areas that I've seen my stitches on the opposite side that I don't want to see. Hoping that I got it now this time. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. Now that side's good. All right, and where did I need to do it? Over here a little bit right there. Okay. If you don't think this happens with professional bag makers, it does. Take a look on the inside of some of your bags. If they fix it at all. Right? Oh, I appreciate it. The way that we grow together is by sharing. That's the only way we stay connected. We definitely, all of our stories can help each other. That is definitely the truth. I don't mind sharing at all. You guys are welcome to ask me anything, really. Now, if I answer, I mean, depending on how private it is, but you're welcome to ask. I'll tell you if I'm not going to answer it or not, but you're welcome to ask anything. Oh, still, where did I need to go? In a little bit more. Okay. That one too. I feel like it's further than what I thought it was going to be, you know? Yeah, there we go. 2 times the charm tonight, it looks. Well, 3 total. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to make for myself for dinner tonight. What time is it? 7 o'clock. We should be done soon. We just have the back to put on. Okay. Now let's see. Oh, it's looking so good, you guys. Look how cool that is. Oh my goodness. I'm loving it. All right, now our zipper panel. Okay. All right, so we're going to turn it this way. I'm going to open this a little bit here so we can get it open then when we're ready to turn it. I'm going to stick this inside like so. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I did the, worked in the fashion from 2014, 15 until 2018. And then after, well, the reason I got out of it was because we started our glamping in 2016, and it was starting to do better, and it was taking more of my time, the marketing and everything. And so we did that through the pandemic. Everybody wanted to go camping and get out of the city. And we would still do it now, but it was through a company called Tenter, which was kind of like Airbnb, but for camping. And they went bankrupt. Mismanagement. I could see it coming. So they covered like all the insurances for our land and whatnot. So to us, with only 2 sites, it doesn't make sense for the cost of the insurances. So for now, we're not going to do it for now. Maybe in the future, if I do any type of like retreats or something like that, maybe we would reopen them. Oh, that's awesome. Well, happy birthday, Sarah. We're making a bag designed around your book. That's awesome. Thanks for telling us, Fran. Appreciate that. I'll have to message her. Now here's where we're going to have, we have our webbing, we have our accent piece, like our flap piece in here. It's going to be beefy. Okay, I think we clipped her. We clipped it good. Now we not gotta sew it. Sew it good. All right, let's get you on there better. Okay, got the stiletto. Hold her in place. Fix my stitch length. This is a beefy boy because I put that foam in there, but I feel like the foam's going to give it such good structure. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Yeah, I feel bad that I didn't get to go and see Sarah while she was here. I'm hoping the next time she goes to New York, maybe for the next book launch, I can get up to New York and see her. Next fall will be much better timing probably too for me. This year we had all this stuff going on with kiddo going to college, and then, oh gosh, all the hurricanes and everything. But I did have some of the women who strike for me that sew fabric, who read her book, that they went to see her in Georgia. I think it was Georgia. And my one striker actually made her a moon plume dragon out of the moon plume scales fabric, which was so awesome. I would love to come to you. I would love to come to you. Let me get my oldest through college. My daughter's, my son he's in a state school, so university, as long as things don't change there. And because he's going to school for education, he has pretty good scholarships that pay for pretty much almost all of his school. We were very lucky. My daughter, not so lucky, even though she has a good scholarship. She's in an out-of-state school, so keep your fingers crossed she graduates this year, because she's supposed to graduate this year. And that she finds a job. And then Mama's funds to potentially travel places will open up a little bit more. I would love to come. I would love to plan something. Oh goodness. I really want this to be nice, so I'm really taking my time. was a workout. The last university payment for my daughter was the best day of my life. Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? It's one of the things, like, I don't think every kid has to go to college. Like, please don't think that. I think education is one of the gifts that can never be taken away. Like, it's one of the things that never gets taken away. So whatever it is, I think it's important. And life changes. You know, what you want to do when you're 20 can be a totally different thing when you're 50. But I am really, really proud of both my kids that they decided to go and pursue more education. Okay, which way do I want to do this? I feel like... yeah. Yeah, even if it's like certification and something, like my son, when he was in high school, he got, he did a class to be able to do AutoCAD, and he gets emails all the time with opportunities for jobs just from having that, you know. So I think we always just said, like, whatever our kids were interested in, we were gonna do extra, like, in what they were interested in, and try to find ways that, like, they could get, like, certifications or, like, work experience with it under their belts. And that has worked in their favor. Because my daughter did the same with scuba diving. Like, she gets offers all the time. So, and it's something that, you know, it's something she enjoys, at least for now. So, yeah. Like my Nana, again, like I said, my Nana was from that generation. She was actually really lucky. The school that she went to, growing up, like high school, like the principal there was like very, like, she used to tell stories, like he was very adamant about investing in like new technology. She said that they're like, I don't know what they would call it back then, but almost like an office class, right? That like a writing class, that all of their desks, and I'm talking like coal country, like the area wasn't like necessarily well off, right? They had typewriters, brand new typewriters that flipped up out of the desks. I can remember her telling like how excited she was for that. So my Nana wanted to be a nurse, but it wasn't in the cards. And that's what she always used to tell me, that my education was the most important thing. And I can remember when I decided to go to college for business, like, she did not know, like, you know, she's 75, 78 when I was getting ready to go to college. And thank God for my best friend's mom. Like, she helped with like all the stuff for me to apply. I just think kids and parents who, like, you know, first generation, there's programs now for it. Like, I have, like, my original degree is an associate's degree, so I don't have a bachelor's degree. But my kids, both my kids are in a program that it's called TRIO, and it's like a a grant program that helps support first generation bachelor's degrees. The program at my daughter's school isn't as robust because, again, it's a small private school. But my son's school, he has an advisor. He has to log so many library hours. And I just think there's like so many ways now, like if a kid wants to take advantage of something, to be able to do stuff. But you have to be able to navigate all of it. And that's why a lot of kids don't, because they don't have anyone to help them navigate it. Because it's a lot, like sending a kid to college or for any type of higher education degree. Like, it's a lot of information and a lot of things to know and a lot of things to figure out. Way more than what it even was when I went. Oh, that's awesome. I mean, hello. That's amazing, Fran. That's amazing. That's so wonderful. Unfortunately, not how it works here in the United States. But again, we're young. So. And we are, for like our kids, like I do believe there's a certain amount of like, I mean, I had my own bill, right? I mean, and PhDs here too, I shouldn't say that. PhDs here are usually covered by like whoever you're working for. It's more bachelor's degrees. PhDs are usually, because like my daughter's school, like said, if she wants to go for her master's or her PhD, like they'll work to find places that will like pay you while you're going to school and like usually cover tuition. But it's not something like the government does. It's private. You have to find those opportunities. Stretch those hands, stretch those hands, stretch those hands. Now I'm sewing through, just so you guys can kind of have an idea what the Sailrite will do. I'm sewing through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers here. Like I said, she's a beast. She's a beast. Oh, I need to see where I need to stop. Wendy, I just read your comment. Yeah, it's one of those things where you have to remind yourself to breathe when you're done, right? The most I ever sewn through with this is when we were repairing our tent. And that was 8 layers of like really thick, heavy duty canvas. And then the webbing for those tents is at least 1/4 of an inch thick on its own. So, yeah. All right, remember again what we do. We turn this direction, right? Yep. And we're gonna sew that like that. Oh my gosh, how am I gonna do this? I think I'm gonna have to do it like this. Come on, baby. I don't want it to bunch. There we go. Oops, sorry I bumped you guys. Okay. Oh, I missed a little bit. Oh well. It'll be fine. It'll fold over. No one will know. No one will see. Again, it doesn't have to be about perfection. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Clip this thread here. Again, this binded and dyed color is called Peachy Keen. And I've been using it on a bunch of it's like, it's not orange and it's not pink. It's peach, which is what peach is. But it seems to go with a lot of different fabrics, like as far as being like a neutral. Now we do have a cacao, which is like a brown color. And then we also have Midnights, which is a black dot ice dye, which gives you some purples and so forth. And then I also have one called Fairy Wings, which is like more gray tones. And see how it stretches enough that I can get it over that really thick. That's what I like about it, because it does have that reverse weave. So even if there's like a thicker area of something, all right, here we go. The moment of truth. It's a workout. Looks good on this side. Hopefully it looks good on the other side. I don't have any of these stitches, my first stitch showing. Okay, here we go. Let me just take a gander here at the top. That looks good. Okay, we can keep going. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a turner, you guys. Come on, baby. Looking good so far. Oh, look how pretty. Oh my gosh. So good. Let's see. Oh, I got good there too. Looks good. Oh my goodness, you guys. It's so good. I'm so happy. Let me just punch these corners in a little bit. Oh my goodness. I love it. Look at how good that is. This area, so this is what I'm recognizing of myself right now. I did get a little bit farther in over here because I was trying to cover those stitches, you know. But overall, check it out. It's awesome. I love it. Let me poke this out a little bit in here now. But we got the whole thing. Right? There we go. Right? It is fabulous. It is fabulous. I'm so happy with it. All right, we got to finish this strap. Look how cute. And the little dragon, this is from Wonderground. It says Stay Fearless. Oh. All right, let's get the strap taken care of. All right, so it has to go. This is where belt bags, you do it differently, right? I need to look at it. All right, so first thing, do I need to, what do I need to do? Let me get the other piece here. Get your tri-slide and hold it. Oh, my tri-slide. What's this? Right side up. Right. Feed the long end of the strap up through the left side. Yep. Little bar. This doesn't seem right. Yeah, not twisted. Okay. Let me just read this fully so I comprehend it. One on the inner and one on the outer. Okay. Oh, I guess that kind of makes sense. Right up through here. Do I have a short piece of webbing connecting them? I don't know, you guys. Thanks for saying something. I don't think so. Let me go back and look. Webbing. No, there's no... I feel like when I've done this before, I've gone this direction. Yeah, that's been the difference. I don't know what I'm talking about either, so don't feel bad, Wendy. I think this is the way I've done it before. I think this is, yeah, because then this here will get, no, because then it wouldn't, oh no, it would. Yeah, because, no, because if I sew it, that won't work. That won't work. That's not right. All right, let me read this again. Okay. Get your tri-guide slide and hold it right side up. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to read it. Okay, right side up, this way. feed the long end of strap up through the left side, okay, over the middle bar, then through the right side, okay. Make sure the strap is not twisted, okay, we did that. All right. Feed the strap up through the female portion of the buckle. Up through the female portion of the buckle. Yeah. All right. Hold the tri-slide so the loop you created in step A is on the left. Pull some slack out in the loop to make this. Feed the strap under the bar. I don't know how I can't go under the bar though, now that I'm going that direction. See, that doesn't make sense to me. Over the top of the slider. No. I feel like I have to watch a video, you guys. Okay, this is the loop I created in step A. Okay. 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 Let's see here. Loop I created in step A is this. Fold the strap under. I just don't feel like I'm doing this right. It's not even, you're not even doing it, it's hurting your brain. Yeah, it's hurting my brain. I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch a video, you guys. And Apollo's wanting to go outside again. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna bring a video up. I'm gonna pull Amber up on my iPad when I come back. Let me go let Apollo out. Okay. Good boy. All right. I'm going to go bring up Amber. Because Amber did this bag, I'm pretty sure, on her channel, too. Let's see what we can find from Amber. There it is. Let's see where she's at in the end here. Amber, we're going to listen to you.
You can see. There's our double zipper. And then this guy comes around.
Oh, Amber.
You might want a shorter strap if you're a smaller, more petite person.
Oh, Amber didn't do a clasp.
Length.
Crappers.
But there you have it. I'm gonna go iron this one, and I'll meet you back here for an overview.
Oh, Amber. Amber didn't do. Let me see if I can find. Save us. Let's see if anybody else did it. Nope, just me. All right, let's see. Belt bag. What do we call these clasp things? Maybe we can find it that way. Buckle, clasp, strap video. Maybe. Let's see. I'm very confused. Ugh, nothing's coming. You know what? Do I have... I did one before. I did belt bags before, and I know that this part confused me. I feel like this here... Let me think a second. Do I have any of those? Because if I just do it up this way, like wherever I stitch it on this, that's where it's going to stop, right? I don't understand how it's going over the top. Okay, let's try this again. Up through here, down through here. I'm coming back to you guys. I can't see your comments just yet. Hold on, I'm coming back. Up through here, down through here. I'm coming back to you guys. I can't see your comments just yet. I have my volume on. Sorry. All right, there. So up through that, down through there. And you have slack there. Okay. Now we're gonna have this piece, and this piece we're gonna go up through here. This is what I don't understand. Like the picture in the pattern is showing that the end is underneath this. How is the end? Because like that's the way it's telling me to do. Oh, I figured it out. Maybe. Is this what it's supposed to do? Yep. Okay, so I need to change how I did this, but I understand. I understand now. Okay. Doop-de-doop-doo. All right, so this is gonna go like this, up and over, right? Yep. No, this way, up and over. So this piece I have is upside down. All right. Now this piece goes through here like this. This is going like this. And then this piece you flip to this side, go up through here, down through here. Yeah, but now it's going to be, maybe I don't know what I'm doing. It has to be on top, though. I thought I've had it figured out there, you guys. Because, oh, no, wait a second. This is how it's showing. Sweet baby Jesus. Take the wheel. Yeah, because that wouldn't be it, because, oh, yeah, but then those are wrong. That's, I feel like that's the way it should be, but then it's the wrong direction. We're gonna be here for an extra hour, so if you want to stay tuned. Okay, this goes up like this and down like this. Okay, so there's that. And up like this, up through here. This here is like this. See, this is where I feel like it was supposed, this is what it's telling me to do. But that covers that up. It's supposed to be underneath. I feel like we have to go this way. Can we go this way and do the same thing? Yes, we can. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Ha ha ha. Figured it out. Okay. All right. I feel like I'm yelling and she just can't hear us. You guys are all telling me what to do. Listen, no one said I was at the sharpest tool in the shed, especially at 8 o'clock at night sewing. All right, we got it. All right, so we go up through here. By George, I think she got it. But see, that's not what is showing on the pattern. So Amberly, I think I'm gonna, unless she's corrected already, I'm gonna tell her about fix this, because the picture is showing me to take it up this direction, and it can't go that direction. It has to go, and I thought I knew that, but I was trying to follow the instrucciones. which is a first. All right. So we're going to go through here, and we need more slack. And then an inch there. Okay. We eventually get there, right, guys? You probably just watch me for the humor. That I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. And we're just gonna finish this one off. We're gonna backtrack. Okay, we did it. We got there. I made dog lead waist belts all time. Oh, yeah, see, I'm not a regular belt bag person, but I was trying to follow the instructions. It's okay. Everybody makes mistakes, even me, right? Okay, pull through, please. Don't be a pain. Oh, I think my nephew's gonna love this. I can't wait. My, again, it's my cousin-in-law. She said she'd take a video when he opens it for me. I don't know if he'll let me post it, but I said I'll only post it with his permission. But I want to see his face when he gets it. Okay. Let's turn it up here and take a look. All right. Oh, it's so cool. Let's see, we can wear it like this. How cute. Let me give it some slack. He's not going to have to worry about this part. But yeah, isn't that cute? I love it. I love the double zip area of it. I think that's like my favorite part. I have fabric connected to it. But yeah, this got so adorable. Well, cool. I don't know, what word do we need? Skibbity? I don't know the tongue of the kids. And then you can wear it like this. Yeah. It's pretty awesome. Awesome. Alrighty. So that's that. Now I can get it all ready to send to him. I'm so excited. I feel like this webbing is nice and smooth. I'm a little nervous if it's gonna, well, it seems to be staying. Yeah, very, very cool. First When the Moon Hatched bag for me. You know, spent all that time working with him, designing this fabric. It's so funny because he even read the book. So, I mean, that was dedication for him to read the book. Yeah, all the zippers work really well. I love the top stitching, looks really good. I'm happy. And I'll send him the t-shirt. So again, we do have t-shirts available also. So this is one I'm sending him with all the dragon definitions, with the dragons he drew. And on the back it says Dragon Breed Glossary and When the Moon Hatched by Sarah Parker. So I'm going to send him the shirt and a bookmark and some stickers of his dragons that we have made. So I think he's gonna freak out. I really appreciate you all joining me, bearing with me as I figure things out. I say all the time that I'm not a late night sewist, and lately we've been sewing in the evening. So maybe we're gonna change our tune. I doubt it because you just witnessed 25 minutes of me trying to figure out the buckle for the belt bag. But thank you everybody for hanging out. If you have any questions about any of our When the Moon Hatched series, it is officially licensed by Sarah Parker. I did ask her if it was okay if we created this fabric, and she said yes, to my gratitude of her. I just really loved how visually she wrote, and immediately after I read it was like, this needs to be fabric. And so I'm really grateful to her that she's allowed us to do that, until someday she gets even bigger, right? And so hopefully we'll be able to do a second series with the next book. And I highly recommend the audiobook. The audiobook is amazing as well. So definitely check it out. If you have a reading list, put it on there. And come back with me and sew with me. Again, if I don't sew again, I mean, I probably will sew live again this coming weekend, I think. I don't know what it would be. One of those bags I was talking about earlier. And then join us on Monday, Cyber Monday, the 5th, 5:30 Eastern Time. What is it? 2:30 Pacific Time, for Bob and Buddy's Bash. Okay? Me, Katie from My Little Shindig, and Jade from the Heartwood and Hide. We sew together until we're finished, which the past couple times was 6 hours. So we'll see how it goes on Cyber Monday. But I hope you all have a wonderful, if you are celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And if not, I hope you have a great week. All right, everybody, thanks so much.